Spending time with Derek felt like magic, and that confused me. Had I made a mistake by getting married to Matthew? I wasn't sure, but Matthew was already trying to get me pregnant. He really wanted a child, but what he didn't know was that I was secretly taking the pill. And then Derek asked me out on a date. Of course I said no, but when he asked me why, I didn't tell him that I was already married and instead told him I was just too busy. When I arrived home that day, without thinking, I told Matthew that I wanted a divorce. Of course he was shocked. For him this came out of nowhere because he thought we were a happy couple. And I felt bad for him, but I also knew that it was the right thing to tell him. Unfortunately, he couldn't take it. For the next few days, he kept begging me to stay with him. Meanwhile, his parents wrote me dozens of angry messages insulting me. I tried to ignore them all, but Matthew followed me everywhere. I got so sick of him that I wrote him the following message. "Leave me alone. You and your stupid parents make me sick. Did you know that they paid me $500,000 to marry you? Don't get me wrong. I thought I loved you. But now, I know that I don't, and I'm sorry it took me so long to realize it." He responded, "How could you do this to me?" And then came to the apartment I was staying at every single night, hammering against the door. In the end, I even had to get a restraining order because while I was on a date with Derek, he came into the restaurant and made a huge scene, screaming at me and calling me names. Afterward, I had to tell Derek the whole story of how I had married Matthew. It was quite embarrassing, and I'm pretty sure he sees me in a different light now. I hope he isn't scared that I'm gonna lie to him just as I've lied to Matthew.